Previously on Trails through Daybreak, the party went to Auge Canyon to use a satellite. Catray called him to help catch an intruder in the Institute, who turned out to be Caleb McMillan. Suddenly, an explosion occurred in the Special Research Building, and Professor Callahan was nowhere to be found. This set off so many alarms that Towson agreed to bump everyone's cards up to rank A for the sake of the investigation. Finally, the party caught a spy from Zect Arms trying to steal research from the Verne Company.
What do we have here?
Looks like we got 4 SPG. Ark's Research, pardon me for making this request when I know you're rather busy, but we would like your help gathering materials to make a certain painkiller. I will explain the details in Esmeray's lab. I wasn't expecting Essie to have a request for us. Though, really, she could have just told us in person. Guess then she just heard this is how we do things and rolled with it. We'll have to go talk to her later. Agreed, we really owe it to her. It just doesn't feel real. The Special Research Building was attacked, and now Professor Callahan's been kidnapped. I don't think this affects our work with the Institute, but I'm still worried about him. If those criminals have their eyes on the Institute, then the rank-and-file researchers might get caught in the crossfire. I'm really gonna have to help Athena wear all this. I can't believe they attacked the Institute. I hope it doesn't throw a wrench into my studies, but being realistic, it probably will. I want to. No, I have to prove myself to my dad. I want to hurry up and land some big project I can be proud of. I didn't want to believe it when the chief engineer and the art professors told me about it. It just didn't make sense to me. I can't help but wonder if we could have stopped this had someone noticed his behavior sooner. But well, hindsight is 20/20. At any rate, I need to compile our documents on the incident to send to the police and guild. This theory could greatly simplify the equations we're using. I'll have to test that out at the lab. Or wait, no, I forgot. It's a total mess right now. I have to wait until it's cleared up. I need to do the professor proud. I can't screw this up. I was freaking out when I saw that explosion last night. I thought my samples may have gotten damaged in there. They were fine, but then Professor Callahan went missing after they hit the Special Research Building. That's even worse. He was the only one who really understood me. As a weapons designer, he appreciated the beauty of blowing things up. He was actually pretty excited about my proposal for a flamethrower weapon. Great minds think alike, huh? Man, I really screwed the pooch. Let intruder blow right by me into the Special Research Building. The investigation's still ongoing here, but I'll report whatever I find out here. Anything helps. I hear you're investigating this yourselves, and I see Mr. Salesian is with you too. I don't see the harm in letting you guys in. Go on through. I'm really worried about Professor Callahan's disappearance. I think I speak for everyone here in saying I want to help bring him back. I hear you're helping with the investigation. Head on in. I wanted to take another look at the crime scene just to see if there were any leads about Professor Callahan. There's just something strange about how disheveled the room was. It's like a tornado blew through it or something. Some of the damage implies they used slashing weapons over blunt force. I think we can roll out that man from Longport. I try to imagine running into whoever wrought that much damage, especially if they came from the gardens. We have some new intel to work with, courtesy of the Capital Branch. We'll have to make sure we investigate carefully. It's starting to sound like we really are dealing with the gardens this time. We should probably stay away from the professor from Callahan's lab for now. Oh, hello everyone. I take it you saw a request. The one about gathering ingredients for that painkiller. Yeah, we got it. I get why the request said we now, too. Oh, now you mention it, it did. You two are working together on this, I take it. That's right, I don't think you've met him before. Everyone, this is Ray. Pleased to meet you. I'm a researcher from ZCF over in Liberal. Esmeray gave me a call asking for some help with this new project of hers, so here I am. I just flew in this morning. I study biology, plants specifically. My most notable work would be the acerbic tomato, if you've ever heard of that. I don't blame you if it's flown under your radar, though. It hasn't really caught on in Calvard yet. Wait, so this guy must have been in FC. I don't remember anything like that. I think I've seen it on occasion at some imported food source. It's that really bare tomato, isn't it? I've had a few of those, I think. Acquired taste, to say the least. I hear they've spread from Liberal to Crossbell and Arabonia as well. I've tried them once or twice, but they ain't really my thing. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Acerbic tomatoes are about the exact opposite of sweet. I like them quite a bit, actually. So do I. They're the perfect pick-me-up when I feel myself nodding off. Glad I've got 2 people in my camp at least. I ended up creating them by total accident in the greenhouse, if you could believe it. Imagine a shock and horror on my colleagues' faces when they unsuspectingly bit into one for the first time. Oh, I'll treasure those memories forever. That was the impetus for my biology research. I was just drifting along without a specific focus before then, but those tomatoes saved me. He seems a little eccentric, doesn't he? Thought that was how all lab coat types operate. Well, to an extent, yes, but I'd say he makes the rest of us look normal. Wow, are they really that bitter? I kinda want to try one. Got it, so you're the botany guy and then Esmeray's the bioengineering buff. What led you two to work on a painkiller together then? That does seem like a bit of a leap. Heh, you've got that look on your face, Catre. You've worked it out, haven't you? Well, yes, being your understudy clues me into these things. First, though, I think we should figure out where or not we'll take this job before we dive into the details. What's your call, Van? Accept. Alright, we're on board. What do you need us to do? Oh, thank you so much. Esmeray is the project lead on this for reference. I'm just helping out here and there. She'll fill you in on all the details. Let's go ahead and take it from the top. I'm working to develop bionic limbs for amputees, and these painkillers are an important step in the process. I had a hunch that was it. Bionic limbs, huh? Bioengineering indeed. That does sound up your alley. I know a lot of Jaegers use prosthetic arms and stuff. What does that have to do with painkillers, though? Would these artificial limbs link directly to users' nerves? Heh, you know your stuff. Leave it to Marduk representative to connect the dots. Oh, you flatter me. It's just a field I have a personal interest in. Traditional prosthetics rely on extrapolating movements from other muscles in the body. It's very awkward and inexact, and that limits their uses for practical applications. Bionic limbs don't have that problem, though. Yeah, that makes sense. That'd be the best way to put one in if you can figure out how. You hook them up to the nerves and the brain can use them just like real limbs. Right on the money. That sounds incredible. Yep, it's still mostly theoretical, though. Practical examples aren't really there yet. We still have a lot of issues to work out. That's one of the big focuses in my department right now. And chief among those problems is how painful it is to have work done on your nerves. So that's what the painkiller is for. Exactly, nerve work is an extremely painful procedure even after attachment is finished. They're quite literally running a knife across your arm over and over again, all throughout the process. Ugh, that sounds awful. Can you just use an anesthetic like they do for surgeries? Not really, anesthesia isn't meant for regular use. Your body really wouldn't appreciate you knocking it out over and over. And that's why you need a painkiller for daily use with minimal side effects. I do know that painkillers are often made from plant extracts, which is where Ray's research comes in, I assume. Bingo! We might have found just the thing for our new painkiller. It's a luminous plant called Zemuria moss. The Seppian Church uses it liberally for their own medicine. I'm told it goes by soul moss in the east. Huh, I think Long Kai gave me some of that when he made that salve for me. Pretty rare stuff, I recall. For sure, you don't see it in the usual channels very often. I tried asking my colleagues to see if they had any, but I came up empty-handed, unfortunately. And that's what led us to you. Got it, sounds pretty straightforward. This ain't our home turf, though. I can't exactly call any favors here. All my connections are back home. Oh, you don't need to worry about sourcing it. We figured out that it grows naturally here. Back in Liberal, you can find it in the Caldia limestone cave underneath the city of Zeiss. That cave has just the right humidity and proximity to Septian veins. We posited that it might grow in other caves that meet those criteria. So we looked around here and bingo, we've managed to find one. It's in the deepest part of that metal mine that Catre went to yesterday. Really? I should be able to guide everyone there then. You'll find the entrance in that open area where you rescued me yesterday. Well, that's convenient, heh. That explains why you brought this to us and not the guild. Right, here's the key. This will let you in. Perfect, thanks. Let's get going then. Be careful in there.
Time to go solve some problems.
Bioengineering is a real hot field right now, and I can't deny I'm proud that my research could prove useful in it. I hope this painkiller makes life easier for amputees and our patients. Now, Ray didn't catch my eye just for his Zemuria moss research alone. I hope I get the chance to ask him about his other projects. For now, though, we need to focus on this painkiller. Do let me know if you find any moss down there. Just please don't get yourselves hurt in the process. That would be quite bad.
The door appears to be locked.
It won't be for long. We have the key right here.
Okay, unlocked. Great, now we can keep moving. Right, let's make our way to the innermost steps for the Zemuria moss.
Alrighty.
That's a big dude.
I'd say those are magic attacks.
I'll lend a hand. I'll take it from here! Got you!
I'm on! Got this!
You got a charge attack ready to go!
Yeah! They're stunned!
I'll handle this.
Shit.
Now's your chance to boost. Some arts work
Going all
better.
in.
Initiating drive. If you please. Activating skill. Here I go.
Here's a little more!
Mr. Arkride!
There!
A chance! There! There!
Strike free. Celestial Bomb. I believe this is the innermost steps of the sealed area. Take a look at the surface of that boulder in the back. It's glowing. It must be the Zemurian moss. It looks so mysterious. Alright, let's grab some. Actually, before that. It's approaching from above. Be careful. It's pressure. We must be invading its territory. Yeah, stay focused, people. We're driving it back. This could be a
Use
problem.
a shard boost to get the upper hand!
Make it count!
Activating drive!
I'm going!
Now's your chance to boost!
Damn it, he doesn't have his shield type thing yet, so
I suggest we strike now.
yeah, just gonna spam some spells, I guess.
Keep it up! It's working! Initiating drive. Here I go! Jabril Guard! Now it's my turn.
Initializing drive.
Cobalt Curtain.
Accessing. Initialize. If you could. Activating skill. Now it's my turn.
Okay.
Keep it up! It's working! Activating drive. Initiating drive.
Okay, you will just have to go around the back. Let's see. He had roar, so you get the hit point regen.
Here goes.
Okay. Coin bullet.
Over here. All for you.
One skill coming right up. Here goes. I suggest we strike
Okay,
now.
for Cracker. No, we'll sweep from the fillet first.
Make it count!
Activating drive. Here I go.
So we don't run out of Ember Crackers.
Some activating drive really hurt.
Here's our chance!
Going all in.
Initiating drive.
Got it! There!
Huh? Here goes.
Going all in.
The Ember Cracker.
Activating drive. Initiating drive.
A chance.
Best CP item I have right now. Let's see.
Make it count!
Use a wild parfait.
There!
There! Miss Claudel! Activating skill.
Here goes.
Give them your all!
Time for the main event! Vandalize! Raid!
Boost
Here
gauge
goes.
limiter unlocked! Activating
Brace
skill!
yourself! Vandalize! Raid!
Boost
Here's our
gauge
chance.
limiter unlocked!
Oh wow, it's stunned here. Damn it, no one else can use S boost right now, but hopefully I can cast fast enough that it won't matter.
All in.
Initiating drive. One skill coming right in.
And it doesn't matter. We won anyways. Almost all 42. Whew, I'm glad that worked out. Very nice work, everyone. Time to grab the goods. So, obtain the moss. So this is Zemuria moss. Its pale glow makes it quite the mysterious plant. I bet this would go for a shit ton of mirror if we grabbed them by the root. They're important research materials, so please only take what you need. Just messing around. Pretty sure you were at least half serious. Not like I don't get where he's coming from. Anyway, that's that job done. Let's go back to the research lab. This is what you're looking for, right? Yep, this is the stuff. Oh, thank you so much. Now our research can go forward as planned. We can't let old George do all the work, can we? Is he a colleague of yours at the Institute? Oh no, he's all the way over in Arabonia, actually. Gnome. He's a student of Professor Schmidt, another of the freed disciples, and he's researching artificial limbs too. Well, engineering isn't his niche, but he's a whiz at just about anything he puts his mind to. And a new arm for Victor. A friend of his lost an arm a while back, and he's been working really hard on artificial limbs ever since. He's even published papers on them. Oh yeah, I remember reading those papers. They were comprehensive to say the least. Not just the theory, but he designed limits, materials, budgeting, everything. Truly a brilliant man. You're quite well connected, I see, even outside your specific field. I happened to meet him when he visited ZCF to study a while back. We hit it off pretty well. Turns out we share a lot of friends out ourselves. We plan to share this painkiller with him once we've finished developing it. We may come from different backgrounds, but we're both engineers working toward a common goal. That's the whole point of science, no? Aw, how sweet. That's kind of a thing among Jaegers too. At the end of the day, work's work. And having some friendly competition never hurts. Well, we'll try not to take up any more of your time. Thank you so much for your help. Glad to be of service. That goes for you as well, Katre, but please do try and rest when you can. Well, same to you, Essie. Thanks, though. I'm glad we could help.
Well done, everyone. Reward deposited.
Law. Not enough for Law Mare. What the? I remember seeing you yesterday. Nadir. Were you looking to speak with Professor Cronkite? He just left, sorry. Shoot, we just missed him. He does seem to be spending a lot of time outside his lab lately. You wouldn't happen to know where he went, would you? We were looking into Callahan's disappearance. We just probably might know a thing or two about the guy. I'm not sure where he went, I'm afraid. If I had to guess, though, I think he's taking a quick break right now. There's this cafe he's taken to visiting lately. He usually heads out for a pick-me-up around this time. Oh, where is it? Well, that's the million-dollar question. The owner, Willie, roams around town all throughout the day. The cafe is never in one place for long. He just packs up and goes wherever his heart guides him. The professor has his pattern down to a science, though. I have no idea how he does it. Tracker? Oh, that's the place we visited yesterday. I do remember the guy saying some professor-type stopped by a lot. Neither Essie nor I can make sense of the cafe's movements either. Well, process of elimination it is, then. Let's start with where we saw it last. Maybe we'll run into somebody who saw him pack up, and then we'll just follow the trail from there. It was in the artisanal district last night. Doubt he went anywhere else that night, given how late it was, so that can be our starting point. We have a lead then. We should ask if anyone in the area saw a cafe the following day. Yeah, let's head on over to the church and see what's up. I can't believe what happened to Professor Callahan. First I hear those abuse allegations getting thrown around, which explain why all the students were so tired all the time. And now he's just gone. I can't imagine what it's like being one of the students right now. I wish I could do something about it, but I'll just have to keep putting hot meals on their plates and getting their spirits up. People said they heard all kinds of weird sounds at the Institute last night. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? This place has been around since the Middle Ages. Those weird sounds can only mean one thing. Ghosts. It's haunted, isn't it? No, not that I've heard. There was an attack over at the Special Research Building last night. That's what that was. Do you seriously not hear about it? I swear, you have the keenest ear for gossip, but the actual stories fly right over your head. Wait, really? The building got attacked? Huh, that's the first I've heard of it. Actually, now that you mention it, yeah, I think some of the professors might have talked about it. So it's just in one ear and out the other with you, isn't it? Liz really needs to start acting like an adult. She goes to the Institute of Science for crying out loud. I'm glad Professor Cronkite and Professor Esmeray are okay at least. Professor Callahan disappearing is just... I can't even wrap my head around it. Professor Tane's been really worried about him, even before all this went down.
Indeed.
I thought it was weird how everybody was whispering today. Now it makes sense. I had no idea about it. I overslept this morning. Last I heard was gossip from last night. My heart sank when I heard Professor Callahan went missing. I hope he's alright, wherever he is. Word is, he had a ton of computers in his lab running parallel processing. On what, I don't know. But that all got stolen, which means whatever research he was doing caught the criminal's attention. That does shed some light on what he'd been doing this whole time, for better and for worse. I felt sick to my stomach when I heard the news. I can only hope they find him safe. He used to be such a kind and compassionate man. What happened to him? What drove him to abuse his students like that? I hope he comes back safe, and I hope I get to sit down with him and find out why he's done all this. There's been a lot of grumbling about signal and power issues recently, and it even got even worse yesterday. I'm in charge of the city's wiring system, and I'm pretty confident the wires aren't the problem. Something else is going on. So if this doesn't let up, we'll pretty much have to investigate the grid just to save face. Yesterday's meeting was a wash. My whole research is still moving along, at least. Maybe Coolidge is right. Should I try having more faith in myself? I don't know. Yeah, there was a bit of trouble over at the Institute. Looks like the CID's on the ground too, so I was wondering if you'd heard of anything. Oh, come on, you can't do one little favor to help some frightened schoolchild, Jin? Who is she talking to? Hard to say. Can't deny I'm curious, but we got bigger fish to fry right now. I've gone over it with the student council president, but I'm still really unnerved about it. Come on, won't you help out some worried schoolchildren, please? The hell does Sasha run off to? She's always telling me not to go off on my own, but I guess she doesn't have to follow her own rules. Tish. I ain't cut out for this tour guide crap. Why'd she dump it all on me? I can't believe they attacked the Special Research Building. It sounds like it wasn't the work of that first intruder last night either. Thankfully, our archives were left intact, but that's all about all the good news. The professor disappearing is awful indeed. I hear it was Professor Callahan too. He used to have a real appetite for the books here. I would see him every day in the library. But he started spending less and less time here and more holed up in his lab poring over his computers. I suspect Professor Cronkite is at that Roman cafe I mentioned. It's a guessing game where I'll be, but that's part of what makes it so popular here. Professor Cronkite started to catch on to some kind of pattern. He can predict where I'll be with astonishing accuracy. Ooh, if it isn't an orid green navel, you don't see those growing here very often. I'll have to take a sample. What brought it all the way out here, I wonder? Perhaps the local wind and weather patterns emulate their original habitat. Oh, that's simply fascinating. I thought you would want to take some more time off. You still look awfully tired. Are you sure you're alright? I just don't want to cause everybody more trouble than I already have. I never expected Professor Callahan to just disappear like that either. Nor did I. I was just as shocked when I learned of it this morning. The police are investigating as we speak. It has to have been a kidnapping. He would never just vanish and leave his research on a table like that. I just can't believe it. I didn't want this. I hate what he did to me, but I never wanted it to end up like this. Cindy. Hey there, sorry to intrude, but you're Cindy then. Oh, are you? Right, you're the spriggan investigating his disappearance. Now I remember. That's me, yeah. Do you need something from me? We wanted to talk to you about a job we were working on. Can we talk in private for a sec? So your name was coming up a lot when we were looking into these harassment allegations here at the Institute. We got an anonymous tip to kick this whole thing off, so I just wanted to ask you. Were you the whistleblower? I'm sorry, but no. Wait, it wasn't you. Definitely not. This is the first time I've even heard about you. But I admit, he was really starting to wear me down. I started feeling like I should just leave the Institute entirely. Sometimes I wanted his research to crash and burn. Sometimes at night I wish I would disappear. But I just can't go public with this. He's such an incredible scientist. I couldn't bear to ruin his whole career over this. I see. I wonder who our client could have been then. Good question. We did get a couple hints from yesterday's questioning. Let's start with those. I may be barking up the wrong tree here, but have you met a man called Astor? He's another one of my colleagues. I last saw him at this morning's meeting. He was mumbling to himself throughout the meeting. It made me kind of curious. I think I heard him say, they took it. If they get the evidence, he's done. Huh, that's my first time hearing his name. They took it could very well mean us taking his job off our bulletin board. You might be onto something there. Could you tell us where we might find him? He mentioned that he was doing his work on the sofa today since the lab is out of commission. He's probably still somewhere in the institute, but I couldn't tell you where specifically. Got it, thanks for the info. Please think nothing of it. I just hope the professor's okay. The harassment is one thing, but his disappearance has everyone shaken. And I hope I can bounce back from all this. I know it's been tough on everybody while I was away. If you do find Astor, give him my regards. It's been really painful for me these last few months. I was this close to dropping out of the institute altogether. But everybody here has been so kind and supportive. My coworkers too. I'm really happy they reached out to me. I think maybe I should stick it out a little longer. Maybe it'll get better. I hope Professor Callahan is safe too. I won't forget what happened in that lab, but I just can't hate him. Professor Callahan is widely respected by Cindy and his other peers. They really do look up to him. And that's precisely what makes his recent behavior so incorrigible. I'm just wondering how it even happened. Basel is airtight security, so it baffles me how he slipped through the cracks. I do hope he's alright. Even after everything he's done, everyone still admires Callahan for his achievements and are afraid to go against him because of that, even when he's clearly done some cancelable shit. It feels wrong, yet also feels kinda realistic. This theory could greatly simplify the equations we're using. I'll have to test that out at the lab. Or wait, no, I forgot. It's a total mess right now. I'll have to wait until it's cleared up. I need to do the professor proud. I can't screw this up. Sup, you Astor? Cindy told us about you. And who are you, if I may ask? We're from Arkride Solutions. Guy put out a request on our bulletin board yesterday, and we're looking into their case. It's them. I wasn't expecting you to seek me out in person. I did find out that you took the job, though, and that you talked to the professor directly. I saw you leaving his room yesterday. Well, that saves me a rundown. Sorry if that's not what you wanted us to do. The way you wrote the request made it sound like you just wanted him to stop instead of trying to bring legal action against him. That's right, very perceptive of you. Kudos. Do you mind telling me what he said? Not at all. Then provided after all the testimonies they had recorded the previous day. They then summarized their conversation with Professor Callahan. So yeah, I had a feeling he'd do that. I completely agree, his behavior was reprehensible. We tried explaining that to him. But he just wouldn't listen. Nothing worked. Of course, that's all on the back burner now. Yeah, one look at this lab and you can tell how repressive it is. I'm really worried for him. It's gone so bad that I actually considered going public with this. This is just too much to bear. But well, not right now, I won't. His safety takes priority. So it's not just revenge, is it? You sound as if there's more to it. Oh, absolutely. I've never met a more talented, passionate man than Professor Callahan. Who he is as a person doesn't change who he is as a scientist. He's one of the greatest minds of our generation. I still respect him, but all the same, I hate how he betrayed me. That's what a lot of your... Wait, hold on, back up a bit. What do you mean betrayed? Above this abuse, above all else, Callahan betrayed my feelings. Every time I see the professor with him, it makes my blood boil. He does a bunch of work behind our backs. He goes scurrying out of town on a whim. Just why? Am I not good enough for you, Professor? Why would you just toss me to the wayside like that? I'm sorry, I'm ranting. No, it's quite alright. It sounds like Astor had a much more complicated relationship with Professor Callahan. One guy yesterday said some of the professor's assistants were acting real weird lately, but he put that down as stress. Well, this is definitely news to us. We're working on another job, actually. They want us to try and find him. If you know anything about where he might have gone, you mind sharing it with us? Oh, you're looking for him, of course. I like to think I know him pretty well. I don't like letting him out of my sight for even a second. Could you tell us about this individual he meets with, then? I don't know his name, but I know he's not from this institute. He doesn't dress like it anyway. He's real cushy with the professor now. I've never gotten a good look at his face. I only ever see him at night. You said he goes out of town a lot. Do you know where? Yeah, the old outdoor experiment complex. You're familiar with it, right, Katre? Right, that building on the outskirts of the canyon. That does sound weird. Wonder what was he doing out there? I wish I knew. All I know is that he would head out there with that strange friend of his. I just don't understand why he's gallivanting off with some other man when he has me. Well, thanks for the info. That's a really big help. I'm glad to hear that. Please bring him back safely for me.
That's one job behind us.
Love to see it.
Reward deposited.
Log Gray. Well, this was where we saw Willie last night. But sure enough, he's long gone. Hey there, you guys looking for Willie's Cafe? You could say that, yeah. I was eating at his place when he was here last night. After I finished my meal, he closed up shop and went off toward Newtown. If I had to guess, he's probably over there today, or close to it. You can never be sure with him, guy's a real free bird, but that's as good a guess as any. Gotcha, now that you mention it, he was over there this time yesterday, too. Sucks he doesn't stick to a schedule, but maybe he does have a pattern. We might also find people there who have seen the cafe more recently. This is our most probable lead, so I recommend we take a look. Sounds good, let's head on over to that hotel where we saw him yesterday, and then we can go from there. Thanks for your help, man. No problem, not sure what you're tracking him down for, but best of luck regardless. And I wasn't expecting much, but oh well. Just how I wanted to spend my day, going on a wild goose chase on the clock. The food here is so good, it just sucks that it's so hard to track this place down. I was lucky to catch him before he moved. Alright, now I'm feeling energized, time to get cracking. And next marks the spot. Excuse me, you got a sec? Oh, you guys were looking into those harassment claims, right? I got in touch with a friend of mine for the first time in a while. She works at the Institute. Need me to set you two up? No, this is something different. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. We're just looking for somebody. The Roman Cafe was just around here, right? Oh, Willie's. Yes, he was parked here until, 10 minutes ago. I guess he's quicker on his feet today for whatever reason. As soon as I got done eating, he packed up and left. I think he was headed for the artisanal district. But we were just there! Great, the old runaround. We sure as wild goose chase is worth it. Well, he can't have gone very far yet. Sometimes he even changes his mind and stops right in his tracks. He really does go where his heart wanders. Well, we know where to look. Let's catch him before he strays too far. Yang! Finally found you.
Katra, and that group with the spriggan, correct? I expected you might be coming to find me soon.
Strange how the man we just so happened to casually run into twice already is doing such incredible work for the Republican Army. Yeah, he's developing weapons like those big humanoid things, right? Correct, he is quite a known figure within Marduk. Pleasure seeing you again. It's a real honor that such an esteemed professor remembers folks like us. And since you do, I imagine you've got a pretty good idea of why we're here.
I do, considering your position in recent events. Professor Callahan truly has left me in quite a predicament. His ties to the instability of the Orbital Network and its distribution, as well as the mafia, were unfortunate enough on their own. But now here you are, dragging me into it.
How do you know all that? You get all that from the CEO?
No, the logic is simple enough. One need only link the subject of his research to the timing of the city's recent dilemmas for the pieces to fall into place. There is also that vast sum of money he received from an unknown source and various inexplicable phenomena to consider. It all shares a lot in common with those perplexing incidents that have taken place across the Republic the past few months. The ones related to Almada and their ever-expanding influence. Now, am I wrong?
Whoa. I'm amazed that you could connect the dots so precisely. And we have all we
need? Do you really?
Right, it's a researcher's duty to substantiate a working theory by accumulating proof. Any conclusion that skips over this process holds no value.
As I've so often told you, ultimately, you must arrive at your own conclusion as a fellow researcher. Though I would not be against offering you my guidance as I did when you completed Fio and Zeros. I shall be on my way then. I have much research that requires my attention.
This guy is such a pain in the ass. And here I thought he was gonna be our next lead. Do you mind, Agnes? No, I understand. Just a minute, please. You're not gonna ask him about the Genesis, are you? Researchers don't work on all on their own to find answers, right? The wisdom they gain is built on the research and papers of people who came before them. Oh.
True. I cannot deny that. And?
I was just thinking we could exchange info, make a deal. We happen to have something that pertains to those inexplicable phenomena you brought up. if you'd be open to giving us a little more of your time. I think we and that something could make it worth your while. So you really are showing the Genesis to him.
Oh?
You mean, is it Genesis?
Very well then. I'm intrigued. I'd like to see this something that relates to all the incidents taking place across the Republic. This puzzle piece that appears neither to be an artifact nor the singularity from a year and a half ago. Well, where is it?
Wow. I see now. Analyze this device for us, Katray. Can I touch it? Yes, of course. Judging by the way it's aged, I wouldn't even say it's anywhere close to being a century old, so definitely not an artifact. All these buttons and indicators make the front look obtuse at first, but it's all organized and looks to serve a clear purpose. From my perspective, it resembles more the original generation of orbments back when they were based off of clocks. It's significantly more complex than any of those, however. This here is the work of a genius. Wait, could this have been made by a commendable effort? It is one of the experimental devices that my own master was involved in developing, leading to the establishment of orbment technology. One of the 8 orbment prototypes developed by Professor C. Epstein. They are called the 8 Geneses. I was not aware they were still in existence. I can't believe I'm touching an orbment designed by Professor Epstein. How did you come to have something like this, Agnes? Sorry, but we're gonna have to stay tight-lipped on that one, even if you are connected to one of the Free Disciples. Like we said before showing it to you, we're counting on you guys to keep their existence a secret. I'll be true to my word. And it does help me understand what you're doing here in Basel now. Now it's time I compensated you for what you have shown us. You wanted to know about Professor Callahan's research, correct? Yeah, we've heard he was the one who developed the weaponry that's being used by Calvard at the moment. So whatever he's trying to develop right now has to do with military tech, too. You're indeed correct regarding what he achieved, but he is a researcher of engineering science first and foremost. In a sense, he is currently grappling with one of that field's most difficult challenges. The realization of a certain thought experiment, and the use of the physical phenomena involved as weapons. What's a thought experiment? Oh? It couldn't be. Oh yes, it doesn't surprise me in the least that someone from Marduk would have heard of that to which I am referring. Of course, the existence of such weapons is purely theoretical. It is impossible to create them using modern technology. Now how a discovery so groundbreaking that it fundamentally upends what is possible. Well then, I have said all I intend to. Now I must return to work. Hey! I'm not following any of this. I don't believe in discussing the research of others at length publicly until it's been published. I've given you all of the information that the antique you showed me justifies. Katray will enlighten you on the rest, I'm sure. So that's where he draws the line as a researcher, huh? This is very like him. So are you able to pick up where he left off? Yeah, what's this thought experiment he was talking about? Well...
I remember hearing about this from Professors Callahan and Hamilton a long time ago. About a theoretical form of tech in which the smallest units of matter would create a fusion reaction, producing a massive amount of energy. Such diabolical weapons cannot be created, but if they could, the consequences could be unthinkable. They're often referred to as nuclear weapons.
What an ominous idea. Orbital nukes. I could barely understand your explanation, but just hearing it sent a chill down my spine. Yeah, you can say that again. Their existence is purely theoretical. No one has ever come close to creating such a thing. The predictive simulations that Marduk has run rate the probability of being realized anytime soon is extremely low. Parallel distributed computing alone isn't going to be enough to get over the insurmountable hurdles that stand in its way. Agreed, even if whoever was at work behind the scenes in Crossbell a year and a half ago was the one involved. Professor Callahan would know all of this too, so if he really is still trying, that makes it even harder to guess where he could be. But we still have to find him, whatever it takes. Whew, that was a lot to take in. I'm still trying to process it all myself. I can hardly believe Professor Callahan is attempting to develop nuclear weapons. His chances of succeeding are slim to none, but we can't discount the possibility that he'll make another dangerous invention along the way. And we can't let something like that fall into Almada's hands. We'll need some clues if we want to stop them, though, and that outdoor experiment complex in the canyon is the best lead we have. If he's been frequenting that place, there's a decent chance he'll have left something incriminating behind. Well, what are we standing around here for, then? Let's get our asses over there and get the jump on him. We'll back that son of a bitch in a jiff and leave the cops' guilts and CID's jaws on the floor. A solid course of action. We should make our way over there as soon as we are ready. Sounds like a plan. I should let my classmates know what's going on.
Let's get going!
Here we are. Keep your eyes peeled. Got it. Thinking about it, that's the first time we ever got to drive somewhere as a group. Now you mention it, you're right. The truck is much more comfortable now too. Yeah, you've clearly done more than just expand the vehicle's capacity, huh? You must have spent quite a lot of time in Mira customizing it. You can tell, yeah, the suspension is the main thing. Nope, not interested. Anyway, we came here, but I almost forgot you were here last night. Wasn't that because of resets? It's quite alright. I'm sure Mr. Salesian is well aware. You're talking about that Marduk satellite. Yeah, I know about it. You were the one who communicating with it, then. My apologies. I didn't intend to disturb your stargazing. Don't worry about it. It's bothered me before, but we need all the support we can get right now. Look, Fiona and Zeros are here to help. Huh, so Robo-Mutt's here to hang out too. He's good for group ground combat, right? Can see him being a big asset here. Oh, without a doubt. We're going to explore a canyon, Fio, and I want you to remain vigilant of our surroundings, Zeros. Understood, Catre. So our destination is the outdoor experiment complex at the other end of this road, right? That's right, but we're sure to run into monsters on the way. Be careful. Procyon Fang. Okay, now we can use this shortcut here.
Gauge maxed out!
Burn 2.
On the hand! You've got a charge attack available! Never! We can win right now! Some of this! Might want a boost here.
Make it count!
Huh? Keep it up! It's
Initializing
working.
drive. Make it count!
Zypha activate!
Huh?
Up to you, Reset!
One skill coming right up! A chance! Activating skill. Yeah! No! Engaging.
Why is this scripted? Anyway, since I'm not, I don't have an advantage, I'm gonna Jibril guard.
Here I go! Jibril guard! Then! Use a sharp boost to get the upper hand!
Here's our chance!
Now's your chance to boost!
Only 2 of them, huh?
Going all in!
Initiating drive. Activating drive.
Up to you, Reset!
One skill coming right up.
I'm going.
Initiating drive.
Having to fight them without advantage is actually a little bit tougher than I thought.
Keep
Actually,
it up.
Cobalt Curtain.
Cobalt curtain, activate. Mr. Arkride.
Coin bullet over here.
Keep it up. It's working. Give them your all.
Think fast. Take this.
Oh! Yes, because my current one has a decent dodge rate, that will actually give me a slight chance of dealing with these guys. Yes, I got more
Going
of
all
these
in.
gauge boost points too.
Activating skill.
Oh crap, that one's not physical dodging, huh? Shoot.
Keep it up.
It seems to have absolute range as well.
Initiating drive. Miss Claudel. Activating skill.
I'm going.
Going all in.
Initializing drive.
Huh?
Reset!
One skill coming right up.
A chance.
Also, I should probably just start using S-Crafts here.
It's working. Go all out. Give them your all.
Time for the
Activating skill. Boost gauge. Limiter unlocked. Activating skill. There.
There!
There we go. Nice work, you two. Same to you, Catre. That dog of yours is a hell of a beast, huh? Yeah, he's just as tough as any military monster I've ever seen. Field support is providing a valuable asset in battle too. Thanks, though I wasn't the only one who made them. I had the rest of my family's help. Life was so much fun in those days. The professor was still in Basil. Yang and Essie were still around. Supervisor Giscard was always there to support us, and Professor Callahan was so nice to everyone too. Catre. Professor Hamilton left the Republic roughly 2.5 years ago to assist with the environmental issues in the East, correct? Yeah, she did the right thing for the future of Zemuria, but a lot has changed for the worse here since then. She would say Yang is the greatest mind to be born since her own teacher, and that's made clear with his weapons development work for the government. Now he shifted focus to some other mystery project that I'm sure will be incredible. Essie's mostly focused on developing new technology in the field of medicine now. She's always been one for getting lost in her own world. Professor Callahan was the top engineer of his generation, but he ended up getting surpassed by Professor Cronkite, which is eventually what led to our current mess. Yeah, I promised Gran I'd take care of things in her absence, but I haven't done a good job at all. I don't know how I'm going to face her when she comes back. I'm sorry, just forget I said anything. By Gran, you mean Professor Hamilton, right? Oh, you try and come across as a big man, but you're just like Grammy's baby boy at the end of the day, huh? I wouldn't go that far. She's family, so I care about her a lot, that's all. She, Yang, and Essie might not be my family by blood, but they are in every other sense. I see. Heh. Anyway, this isn't any place to be standing around flopping our jaws. Let's move on. Defense 3. What the? Another force encounter?
Beginning suppression. Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
We're going in the right direction here, aren't we? As far as I remember, yeah, I've been here before, but not many times. No reaction from it at all? Not even a little, no. We're just gonna have to keep pressing on then. Are you talking about the Genesis that you showed us earlier? Yes, we have reason to believe the Genesis are in some way connected to what's happening here. I really wish I knew a bit more about them. How did you even end up with something belonging to Professor Epstein? Well, Agnes gave Catre a brief summary of her background and all the crises that the Genesis had caused thus far. So you're Professor Epstein's great-granddaughter. You know, I do remember hearing from Professor Hamilton that he had an adopted daughter who went missing. That would be my grandmother, yes. She passed when I was younger, however. Those words at the end of Professor Epstein's diary certainly are worrying, as is all the trouble you say they've caused. Even if Professor Epstein did make them, I can't believe how much they seem to be capable of. We still don't know what they'll be used for here in Basel either. Even if we assume that they are involved here, we still don't know how they'll tie into what is happening. Yeah, and there doesn't seem to be a clear pattern we can deduce from all the other cases to guide us. Actually, I might as well ask, you don't think having something like that would let them develop impossible tech, right? No, it's highly unlikely. There are exceptions, like whatever happened a year and a half ago, which I don't know much about, I'll admit. But that was a very special case. None of the technology that was used back then has been used since. Technology is almost always developed in a clear, progressive manner, without any large gaps or sudden leaps. How do you explain the orbital revolution then? I believe those devices were then only used to learn how orbital phenomena work, as well as to learn how to apply those phenomena elsewhere. They didn't create new technology from scratch so much as improve the development environment and enable it to become what it was. Which is in itself significant. So that may be what we're dealing with. You can't create new technology out of nowhere like magic. However, if you can somehow create a development environment that defies common sense, it's all falling into place now. Exactly. Sounds like we haven't got time to waste. Right. Korea Bomb S tablet. Yellow metal. Oh, that one's actually pretty good. Those are very hard to make. Tyrrell Bomb. There it is. It looks so dilapidated. It's the perfect place to conduct field research for the natural sciences, though. I get what you mean, but it sure doesn't look like there's cutting-edge research being done in it. I can see some relatively recent footprints and tracks on the ground. So if nothing else, it has certainly been in use. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that professor was being held hostage here. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Gryeam. Fearsome fowl. A giant avian monster. It looks like a giant Gryeam. Be careful. This area must be its turf. Time to take it out. Oh, back me up, Pio Zeros. Understood, Catray.
That's far enough!
Ugh, why is it get priority?
Now's your chance to boost. Good luck. Might want to boost here. Yeah.
I owe you
Saved
one.
me.
Yeah!
Here goes. Shield. Protect everyone. Then. Use a shard boost to get the upper hand.
Here goes.
Use a shard boost
This'll
to get the upper
hurt.
hand.
Okay, coin bullets.
I suggest we strike now.
Over here. All for you.
Here's our chance!
That's a lot of delay. Fuck.
Now's your chance to boost. I suggest we strike now. Keep it up! It's working!
Yeah! Reset!
Might want to boost here. Activating drive. Dispatching shield.
That's all my stats down.
You on?
Seriously. Literally everything bad that could possibly happen to me.
Make it count!
I suggest we strike now. Ha! Reset!
I'm going!
Going all in.
On yes!
Activating skill. Dispatching shield. I won't hold back. Keep it up! It's working! Initiating drive. Here goes.
Okay.
Activating drive. Reset! There! Miss Claudel! Activating skill.
Here goes.
That is not good. So use this for the evasion.
Good luck!
Cypher activate.
Seriously, even though the boss is not actually advancing towards Van that much.
Better.
Initializing drive.
I won't let this chance slip by.
0 arts. Okay.
Going all in.
Cha! Reset! Miss Claudel! Petra! I won't let this chance slip by.
Make it count!
Initiating drive! Miss Claudel! No, you won't!
That's far enough!
Yeah, we can't get any further away from the boss.
Going all in.
Some arts work better.
Also, I may want to recast Ideal Force.
Initializing drive.
Cha! One skill coming right up.
There we go, a little bit delay. But not by much. Okay.
I suggest we strike now.
This thing takes up almost a whole damn field, doesn't it?
Keep it up. It's working. Activating skill.
Think fast. Take this. All you, Agnes.
Okay. So, Flare Squall. Oh no, a buff! And heal.
Now it's my turn.
It's almost stunned too.
Initiating drive. Initiating drive.
Agnes!
First time. Reset. One skill coming right up.
Yeah!
Here goes.
Ugh. Even that didn't take out all your buffs, unfortunately.
Make it count!
You have hate up still. Yeah.
I suggest we strike now.
Here goes.
Point bullet.
Give them your all.
Think fast. Take this.
A chance.
Flare Squall.
Initiating drive. No, you won't. Ha! Miss Claudel! Activating skill.
I wish I could delay the enemy. Seems to be, yeah, these guys have such high delay resistance.
Initializing drive.
One skill coming right up.
Oh, finally, a slight delay. But it's not enough to catch Van up.
Here goes.
Make it count!
Activating drive. I won't hold back.
That was painful. Okay, Flare Squall.
Miss Claudel! Activating skill.
Here's our chance!
Initiating drive. One skill coming right up.
Oh, nice dodge for once.
Make it count!
Activating drive. May we proceed with caution.
Dude, this little guy doesn't even have an S-craft yet. Just how weak is he? What?
Keep your guard up.
He just left Forte self.
Activating drive. Initiating drive.
Here goes.
Give them your all.
Time for the main event. Vandalize! Raid!
Boost gauge limiter unlocked.
And Dunzo.
That's how it goes.
Stats upgraded. I did it!
That takes care of it. Good work, everyone. That was rough. Summing up, Catre, yeah, I had to compromise my magic attack a bit because I had to put on freeze resistance just in case it went after the rest of the party. Well, it's just that this area is absolutely used for field research by the Institute on a regular basis. And yet, I've never once heard reports of monsters like that one showing up here. You think it was tamed in order to guard the place? That goes for the monsters we found in the mining tunnel too. So we've got monsters popping up all over in places they really shouldn't be. One possibility does come to mind. Could be the abnormalities actually far below us. What do you mean? The spirit veins? Why below? You are as sharp as ever, Mr. Arkride. I didn't expect you to connect this to many other disturbances across the continent in recent years. Not so quickly, at least. I'm just going off hearsay, though. I'm guessing you're a lot more in the know about them than I am. There have been numerous cases in the past few years of disturbances in the septium veins causing abnormalities. During Erebonia's civil and international wars, or Crossbell's unilateral independence declaration and recent occupation, for example. Septium veins. I remember hearing about them in the past from Gryeam, something about them flowing under the continent and being the source of all life. They're called dragon veins in the east. Indeed, interference with the septium veins has produced a number of distinctive phenomena. Among them is the emergence of new monsters as well as existing ones becoming noticeably more aggressive. It has also resulted in the appearance of giant monsters from a higher plane known as cryptids. This is all news to me. That does sound similar to what's happening here. Assuming there is a connection, then what's happening here in Basel? There's still no signs of life inside the building. If someone was in there, I figured that battle would have drawn them out. It looks like we might have come here for nothing, but we still might find something useful in there. Yeah, I think we should have a good look inside, just in case. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Trails Through Daybreak. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit that bell icon.